Man, I feel like poo poo. I feel like straight dog doo doo. Um, Fight camp is really hard. It's super emotional. I cry all the time. I don't know. Maybe getting this concussion is a is a blessing in disguise for me to just chill out a little bit. I started Muay Thai like I'm doing it for self defense, but it's just a lot deep. It just feels deeper than that, you know. I'm not a confrontational person. I'm not an assertive person. Um, don't really have a lot of confidence in myself, you know. So I don't. I'm not a person you would consider a fighter. It just really changed me, and it just gives me like confidence and self-esteem. That might be problematic, but to like put your identity into something. But I mean, it's like that's what kind of what has happened. So the stuff that it did for my life, I want for the other trans people out there.
What is Muay Thai?
Oh, it's a very old martial arts tradition that has its roots and continued culture in Thailand. As far as like combat sports go, it's a pretty violent one, I would say. It's a pretty brutal one.
You made a decision to sort of acclimate yourself to violence.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it was a conscious decision to do that. Partially for me, it's like I feel the violence of a society that doesn't necessarily want me. And instead of just receiving it, I can interact with it in a context that's appropriate. And I think that there's something like cathartic for me about that. One of the things that's pretty wild about fighting is the amount of emotion that comes with it. We're like doing emotional exercises with each other. You know, we're like pushing each other to the point of like high stress. When you're with a similarly matched person, you want to be expanding your capacity to deal with violence happening very quickly in your face. When I got hit too hard last night, um, you like when it's a hit that's too hard and it hurts you, it's a really traumatic experience. You kind of like get flashbacks. You just see whatever's flying at your face again, and you kind of like flinch and like close your eyes. I uh, contracted a concussion last night. A mild concussion is really not that bad, but I just had to stop training, which sucks. You know, like I'm out now. I'm out of the only thing that I can seem to fucking think about, you know? And I think one of the things that fucks it up for me is that it takes my agency away, and I feel like I already don't have a lot of agency in life.
What makes you feel like you don't have a lot of agency?
I don't know. I don't know how much of it is created in my own head or how much of it is actually structural or whatever, but it's weird to be a trans person, you know?
What is it like to be trans in a fight sport?
It's really weird. It's really weird. Like, I wouldn't be hanging out in this kind of environment if I didn't want to do it. You know, like, I wouldn't have to deal with the mental gymnastics of figuring out everybody's motive and everybody's, like, intentions and what the other people think about me, you know? But I do that for my safety. I don't want to think about whether the coach thinks I'm a man or a woman. Like, I don't even want to think about it. Because I probably won't like the answer, but even if I did, like, it just doesn't matter. Like, that's not what I'm there for. I have a fight coming up in late May. Yeah, in Germany. I've never like left the country really. It would be cool to fight a trans person. Uh, but I mean, I'll fight anybody who wants to fight me and doesn't think that I'm not a human being. Are pretty much my two criterias at this point. I mean, it's got to be a fair match, of course. Everyone wants to fight a fair match.